Okay. Good evening, everybody. It is Sunday, the 11th of September, and I was just saying to Russ and Cal, I probably look not my normal self because I'm absolutely exhausted, but in a good way. I've been at a car presentation all day today. The wonderful RVP Leanna Hallam, who's in Lucy Trigger's success line, who's in Danielle Coppolaro's and Hetty Gifford, like that. And it was brilliant. In fact, I should say Lucy West because she's married now. So Lucy West, should I say, not Lucy Trigger. And it was brilliant. We had so much fun. The kids all had an absolute blast, but they've worn me out a little bit. So I'm a bit short of energy, but I'm really looking forward to seeing Russ and Cal train today. But before they do, I'm just going to do our week 11 IPA. So I'm just going to share the screen. It'll only take me a moment. Okay, so week 11. So last week, the tasks were to, number one, find some new connections who live near Glasgow. Number two, write in your diary, if you haven't got one, to get a diary, the annual global training conference for next year, which is April the 20th to the 22nd of next year, and work out how much flights cost, how much accommodation costs, and how you're going to be able to fit that into your diary. And number three, to book a coffee date with 5 people to talk about your business with them. Number 4, to write down 5 affirmations and say them every day this week. That's been really good for me. I needed that, and I've done it. I've stuck to it. Every time my husband came into the kitchen, every time Ian came in, he was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm saying these, I'm sticking to it." So that's been really good for me. And lastly, to type in Arbonne AAC into YouTube and watch one of the videos and share with everybody what you thought. So I found Meg McLean, who is now an MVP, but was then an RVP, training at an AAC conference about 3 years ago. And I recorded a little short video about what I thought to it, and it was brilliant. So it was really good to have that task to go back and do that. So this week, we've got some really easy tasks this week because we're coming to the end of our 12-week IPA. So next week is the last week. So number 1, download SoundCloud if you haven't already. And click and follow Go for Gold. And listen to this Saturday's call by ENVP Christy Aldrich. So Donna Johnson posts a call every Saturday on her Go for Gold SoundCloud. I listen to it, not always every Saturday, sometimes it's a Sunday or a Monday, but I listen to it every week, and they are always real top quality, great trainings. Number 2, find some connections in Taiwan. As we are now launching into Taiwan, we can focus on that. Number 3, book 2 one-to-one appointments to explain the business model on 2 people this week. And if you can't book with real people, then book 2 appointments with friends who don't do Arbonne, so you can present your business and ask for some feedback. And number 4, if you haven't already, download the Discover Arbonne slides from the source and then delete what you don't want and record your own DA. So it's fine to use other people's DAs, but you really need to have recorded your own one as well. So when people are seeing a recorded video of somebody explaining Arbonne, they really need to see it from you. If you're the person talking to them, they really want to see you. They don't know who other people are. They want to see you present it. So if you haven't done that already, those are the tasks for this week. So, and I just want to give a massive shout out to Ruth Tate, who has yet again completed this week's IPA. So well done, Ruth. So proud of you. Right. So now I'm going to hand it over to the beautiful Cal and Russ, who are going to train on our nutrition range. And Russ has got a really great business page that I've been sharing a little bit of the past couple of weeks because it's really informative, really, really interesting information. So if you haven't already seen that business page, try and have a quick look at it because it is great, and like it as well, and share it with everybody that you know. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to our beautiful couple from Telford, Cal and Russ.
Thank you.
We're just going to share. Should we just share the screen? We're just going to share the screen. We've got some slides.
Oh, I love slides. I love a good slideshow.
Can you see that okay, can you?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, cool. So hi everybody. My name is Cal Mcdonagh, and I work in a team with my husband Russ. For those of you who don't know us. As Danny said, we're doing the training on the 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond, which some of our clients have had really great success with. So I'm just going to hand over to Russ now, who's going to give a little intro to himself.
Hi guys. So for those of you who haven't met me, because I haven't been on one of these team trainings before, my name's Russ. I'm married to Cal, obviously.
Big welcome if it's your first time.
Sorry?
A big welcome for your first time.
Thank you very much. Right, so a little bit of background or story about myself is I am a former Royal Marine. I spent 8 years in the Corps, and then I spent 8 years, about another 8 years doing bodyguarding and all that sort of really glamorous stuff. I'm a qualified personal trainer, and a couple of years ago, I was very fortunate to actually own and run my own gymnasium. So it meant I had a real sort of like up close and personal look to people's diets and their sort of like exercise routines, and to help them as best I could. Obviously, at the time, I wasn't with Arbonne, so I couldn't offer this amazing package, but I had a really good experience finding people sort of like education on their nutrition as such. So first things first, I just want to give you a little stat, and I know everyone loves stats, but at the moment, over 60% of the UK population is now overweight or obese, all right? And what this means is this leads to developing diabetes, certain types of cancer, and also heart disease. Now in the UK, and this is direct from the NHS itself, 1 in 6 men and 1 in 10 women will actually die from heart disease. So you can see how being overweight and obese is not to do scaremongering, but it can be a life and death thing. So this 30 days to healthy living and beyond can make a huge, huge difference in someone's life, and that's why it's a really great package. Right. First things first, protein and meal replacement. That's sort of like my forte as such. There is a bit of a misconception about protein, and it's only like kind of bodybuilders and athletes which kind of need to, have a fairly high amount of protein in their diets. The truth is, your body uses protein to build and repair tissue. I think most people know that, but it also does so much more than this. All right. It makes enzymes, hormones, and it is an important building block of your bones, your muscles, your cartilage, your skin, and your blood, all right? So it does many more things apart from just making your muscles big. What it also does, which a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people know this or not, it makes you feel fuller for longer. So that's why people say, if you are looking to lose weight, increase your protein intake. And the way it does this is it actually slows down your digestion. That's a handful. So what that means, obviously, is that you feel fuller for longer, which means you don't end up overeating or eating snacks, which you really don't want to be eating if you're looking to lose weight. Now, I know I don't have to say this, and I'm not going to repeat myself over and over about all the products we talk about tonight, but they are all vegan, which means absolutely no animal products or ingredients are used in any of the products. They're all gluten-free, and none of them have got any artificial colours, flavours, or sweeteners, okay? But everyone knows that anyway. Right, so, excuse me. The Arbonne protein comes from pea, rice, and cranberries, which basically means you're still getting all of the essential amino acids. For anyone who doesn't quite know what amino acids are, they are essentially the building blocks of muscle and health, all right? There are 22 amino acids, but 9 of them are classed as essential. Now, what this means is our bodies and our cells in our bodies can't actually make them ourselves, so we need to get them from our diet, okay? So it's vitally important that the diet we're on or the food we eat contains all the extra 9 amino acids, okay? And that's what makes the pea, the rice, and the cranberry protein so great, is that it contains all of them, so you get in the extra 9 amino acids, and you get in that complete range of 22. The other great thing is that it's really easily digestible. There's that word again. Unlike the more common sort of whey protein, which I think the majority of people, if you ask them about a protein supplement, they'd probably say whey. Now, if you didn't know, whey does come from cow's milk, and the massive problem with that is more and more people are finding out that they're actually dairy intolerant, okay, they're lactose intolerant. So that's why when they do have whey protein, they're having a few issues with it. They're having upset stomachs. It doesn't quite agree with them. And people which aren't lactose intolerant, they have they can have sensitivities to dairy. So, pea, rice, and cranberry, it's the future for protein, especially, well, in my opinion, and obviously in Arbonne's opinion. Right. Comes in 2 delicious flavors, chocolate and vanilla. My personal favourite is chocolate because I love chocolate. Each serving contains 20 grams of protein. And the great thing about it, each serving contains over 20 vitamins and minerals as well. So you're getting so much out of it, so much more than just protein, all right? Now, you can have it as a shake on its own, or you can do what I do, and I add it into my morning smoothie and my lunchtime smoothie. But the one thing I would say is, because of the 30 days to live in package, we're trying to steer away from dairy. So don't be going and having it with milk is what I would suggest. You know, there's plenty of alternatives out there. You've got coconut, you've got hemp milk, you've got almond milk, soy milk. I think there's oat milk. So there's, you know what, guys, try and stay away from milk with it, okay? Or cow's milk, should I say. Just a quick one on meal replacement. I'm only going to touch on this briefly. The only real difference between the meal replacement and the protein is that the meal replacement has got a bit more fibre, a few more carbs, and a bit more fat in it. And the reason for this, obviously, is so it makes it a complete meal. So you're not adding it to a smoothie. This is your meal. Bang, thanks very much. We're done.
Can I add to that, Russ?
Yes.
Because I never understood why we have a meal replacement and a protein, and exactly what you just said. So I explain to people like this. I say, look, I'm really lazy. So if I'm being lazy, I make myself a meal replacement and I just add water to it, bit of ice, Bob's your uncle. But if I'm being a bit fancy and I want to make like a smoothie, like what you just said, I want to add fruit, I want to add chia seeds, I want to add this, that, and the other, then I use my protein powder. And I try and explain it that way. I say, when you're being lazy like I am, most of the time I use my meal replacement because it's pretty much ready-made for you. The protein one, you want to add it to stuff. Would you agree with that?
Well, I think you bang on there, to be honest. Personally, for myself, I really like incorporating into the smoothie, so I can get some bananas, some blueberries. I can get a bit of kale and spinach in there. I can make a proper meal out of it. Personally, that's great for me. But like you say, if you're on the go, you've got kids, you're late for your work, or who knows what's going on, the meal replacement's absolutely ideal. The one thing I just want to add to that, to be fair, is the protein shake is fantastic as a post-workout. It really is, and you can use it as a snack as well. So come 3:30, 4 o'clock, you're a bit hungry, dinner's still 2-3 hours away. By all means, chuck it in as a snack. It's fantastic. The one thing I do want to touch on, and I don't know if many of you guys have thought about this, but not everyone on the sort of like the 30 days to healthy living will be looking to lose weight. There will be people, and albeit probably guys, more likely, who are actually looking to add weight, to put on a bit of size. Maybe they want to incorporate this into their sort of like their gym routine. And I would say, you know what, that would be the one exception where you could actually chuck a meal replacement in with a smoothie, or you could have it as a mid-afternoon snack, because obviously when you're trying to put weight on, you want to add good weight. You don't want to just add fat, but you want to add the good weight. And the meal replacement pack or kit is fantastic for that. You're getting your extra carbs, your fat, and it works a treat. I hope that kind of makes sense to everyone. Yeah, it does. Awesome. So that is the protein or meal replacement. I think I've touched on everything there, I hope. Next up, as well. You can mix the vanilla and the chocolate together. Exactly. Yeah. You know what? Mix and match. Whatever your taste buds kind of want to go for. Personally, I stick with chocolate because I love chocolate. But yeah. Right. Daily fibre boost. So again, you know what? I'm all for stats. In the UK, the daily recommended amount for an adult is actually 30 grams of good quality fibre every single day. Unfortunately, the average, which every adult in the UK seems to be getting, is 18 grams. So we're falling short by 12 grams of fibre, okay? Now, if you don't know why fibre is so important, I'll tell you why. It basically lowers your chance of heart disease, which we've already touched upon already, strokes, type 2 diabetes, and bowel cancer. And in terms of people wanting to possibly lose some weight, it makes you feel fuller for longer, just like the protein does. So you feel fuller for longer. And again, this means you're not going to be reaching for those naughty snacks at 8 o'clock at night or for 3:30 in the afternoon, all right? You're going to feel fuller. You don't feel the need to snack. The final thing I want to touch on with this is that, or with the benefits of it, is it will help with your digestion again, okay? Now, what this means is it's going to keep you regular. If you don't know what I mean by regular, We can have a chat afterwards. But it's going to keep you really regular, and that's obviously better for your health. All right. There you go. Right. So the Fibre Boost itself, it is flavourless. It's 1 scoop a day, and each scoop contains 12 grams of fibre. So if we think about the stat which we had before, it was on average, adults in the UK getting 18 grams of fibre. If you're adding your extra scoop of fibre, which is 12 grams, you're actually hitting your recommended daily amount. So the numbers work out really well for themselves, all right? Again, you can take it on its own, or you can do what I suggest you do. Chuck it in with your smoothie or your shake, and that way you're not having to taste the flavourless, boring taste on its own, all right? Just one thing I really want to touch on with this. Start this ridiculously slow. If you aren't getting a lot of fibre into your daily diet, and then all of a sudden you start chucking a full scoop in there, again, you're probably going to start doing some sprints to the toilet for the next couple of hours. So start really, really slow, all right? So half a scoop for a few days, start increasing it until your body's getting used to all that extra fibre. Once you're happy taking 12 grams of fibre from the scoop every day, again, this is my personal opinion, I would then divide that from a morning and a PM. So in the morning, I'd have half a scoop, get 6 grams of fibre in there. And then come the afternoon when you're having your second shake or your second smoothie, chuck the extra 6 grams. And instead of getting all your fibre in one hit in the morning, you're spreading it a bit out throughout the days. And that's just only going to benefit you.
That's a great idea.
Well, there you go. So that's a daily fibre boost. I'll pass it on to Cal for the, what are we doing next?
The
Fizz Sticks.
The Fizz Sticks.
Yay!
Danny's favourite. So these are a great replacement for tea and coffee for the 30-day period and beyond. And you know, coffee and tea, they're not, you know, really awful things. But unless you're kind of loading up with cow's milk and loads of sugar. But the reason why we'd encourage people to try and keep away from them during the 30 days is because they're very acidic forming. And what I mean by this is that certain foods and drinks create an acidic pH within the body, whereas others will create an alkaline pH. And our bodies, we actually want our bodies to be more alkaline than acidic, because when the body is too acidic, it can create an imbalance which is thought to lead to disease. So things like diabetes and gout, stroke, allergies. Other foods that are acidic are things like meat and dairy, sugary drinks, alcohol, and processed foods. So these are sort of the things we want to avoid. So not only is it a great replacement for coffee, it's also a really great replacement for energy drinks, things like Monster, so those sugary fizzy drinks. And the Fizz Stick actually has, it only contains 2 grams of sugar. So if you are replacing these drinks with it, it's great because a can of Monster can have something like 50 grams of sugar in, and that's, like I said, just in one can. So so that there's a huge difference, but you know, the Fizz Sticks do still taste really great. They also contain caffeine, which helps reduce tiredness and boost energy. And when I've drunk them, I do find, you know, they're really effective at doing that. And they also contain antioxidants and vitamins. So they're a great source of B12, which is really good if, like me, you're vegan and you know you have to be careful with your B12. So that's great. And they also contain green tea and ginseng, which help raise your metabolism, which can also help you lose weight. And then, do you want to add about?
Yeah, just a quick one on the Fizz Sticks as well. I do a lot of, I call it fizz, exercise, gym, sports, etc. now. A lot of gym goers and a lot of people who do sport take something, I don't know if you guys have heard of it, called the pre-workout. Now, pre-workouts essentially are a lot of chemicals which form nitric oxide, and it enhances your performance when you're in the gym. The problem with these is that they contain a lot of, well, chemicals as such.
Are they a drink?
They come in powder form. Majority come in powder form. You mix it with a little bit of water. Down the hatch it goes. And about 10 to 20 minutes later, depending on what type of brand you're using, it gives you a bit more of mental focus, a little bit more motivation, and it helps with your endurance for whatever sport you're doing. Okay. Like I said, the problem with them is they're full of chemicals and it's really not good for your body. So I've been aware of this for quite a while, and it's only recently I had a little trial with using Fizz Sticks, replacing them with Fizz Sticks instead, and it's worked the charm, to be honest. I'll take a Fizz Stick about 10 minutes before I get in the gym or whatever I'm doing that day, and you know what? I'm getting the same sort of feeling of like, right, mentally I'm focused. Physically, my endurance is lasting a lot longer, sort of in the gym or whatever I'm doing. But the really great thing about it is, with some of the pre-workouts, you have a bit of a come down afterwards. You kind of feel really sluggish. You feel a bit of a hangover type effect on some of the stronger brands. But with the Fizz Sticks, you're getting all the good stuff. They're getting the highs as such of feeling great, focus, etc. But you're not getting that come down after it's kind of worn off and you finished your session. So I take it as a pre-workout, and I think it's fantastic. I think that's it for Fizz Sticks. Right. Digestion Plus. I'm having a few issues with that word tonight. So basically, it does what it says on the tin with this, all right, guys? And it's particularly great because, as you can read there, it contains prebiotics, probiotics, and enzymes. So if you're not sure what these three things are, I'll try my very best to put them into layman's terms. If you already know this, then please bear with me. So prebiotics is basically a specialized plant fiber that has to nourish the good bacteria already in your large bowel or your colon. Essentially, it's acting like a fertilizer for the good bacteria that is already in there. And it's helping the good bacteria to actually grow, improving the ratio of good to bad bacteria. This ratio has actually been shown to have a direct impact on your health and well-being from your stomach to your head. So again, guys, it's just acting as a fertilizer for all that good bacteria in there. It's helping it become better bacteria, and it's helping with your digestion, okay? Moving on to the probiotics. Basically, probiotics are a bacteria, the good bacteria, which we've already touched upon, that line your digestive tract and support your body's ability to absorb nutrients and fight infection. So you can see why the two being in the same product is fantastic. It's a win-win situation. And then to touch on enzymes, basically enzymes are protein/amino acids. So what we talked about before with the amino acids, the 22 amino acids, this is what they are. So what this means is that they're actually helping to break down our dietary sort of macronutrients, all right? So if you don't know what your macros are, basically your macros are your carbs, your protein, and your fats, and all this is doing, it's breaking it down, and then it's so the body can use it more effectively and send it to the right places to do the job it should be doing. Right, the benefits of the Digestion Plus are that they may help with IBS. They can help with minimizing any gas if you've had a particularly beanie day, any gas and bloating, which some particular foods will do that. And again, they're just going to keep you nice and regular, guys. So it's, again, win-win. In terms of how you use it and how much, they come in sachets, 1 sachet a day. Again, you could take it on its own. Personally, I'd say chuck it in with your shake or your smoothie, get it all in there, and it's going to help massively, okay? That's the Digestion Plus.
One thing you want to do with the Digestion Plus that I was doing wrong in the beginning is if you chuck it in your shake, you need to drink it straight away. Because I was putting it in my shake and then like not drinking it for several hours later. And the enzymes or the pre or probiotics, I'm not sure which one, start working and then you shake. So if you're going to do it, which I do now, have it straight away.
Bang, yeah, spot on, Danny. Yeah, good tip that, to be honest. And it's absolutely right. It will affect the effectiveness of the products themselves, all right? Right, omega-3 plus. Right, okay. So, omega-3 plus. Basically, what this is, it contains flaxseed oil, also known as ALA, and this stands for alpha-linseed acid, and DHA. Now, to save your ears, I'm not going to even try and pronounce what DHA stands for, so you'll just have to get onto Google and try yourself. And the DHA is actually derived from algae, okay? So this means that it's absolutely perfect for vegans. If you're not a vegan, It's still perfect for you, but for vegans, really be like, push it and be like, look, you need this in your life. Right. Omega-3s are basically fatty acids, all right, which our bodies don't make. So we need to incorporate them into our daily diet. The problem was, well, what vegans found, historically, you couldn't get DHA apart from animal products or animal sources, all right? So vegans were like, I can't use this. Due to technology, we've actually learned how to harvest it from algae, like I said before, which means everyone's a winner now, okay? The benefits of taking Omega-3 Plus, it's just generally really, really good for your overall health and well-being, okay? And apart from that, if that's not enough on its own, it supports good brain function and it supports vision. It keeps your eyes intact so you can see better. They come in tablet form. Take 2 tablets a day. Again, what I would do, just like some of the other products, have one in the morning, one in the afternoon. You just spreading that goodness out throughout the day instead of smashing it all in one go. And I think we're moving on to Cal's part.
Oh, the herbal tea. Oh.
Good boy.
Okay. So there's not too much to say about the herbal teas. We're nearly done. But they provide a refreshing and soothing blend of herbal ingredients, and they contain peppermint leaf, dandelion root, sweet fennel fruit, parsley leaf, licorice root, and they're caffeine-free, so it's a really great alternative. It enables you to, stay away from tea, but still be able to have that hot drink, which we all love every now and then.
And just one final thing, guys. I just wanted to touch on this real quick. Now, it doesn't come part of the 30 days to healthy living and beyond. But I just wanted to talk about the Arbonne water bottles and the Arbonne shakers, all right? And to show you that they're really good quality stuff. And the reason for that, I don't know if any of you have actually heard of BPA and BPA plastic. Right? It stands for bisphenol A, quite original. And why is this important? So BPA is an industrial chemical that has been used to make certain plastics and resins since the 1960s. So other stuff which you probably use on a daily basis, guys, is if you buy stuff in tin form, your food in tin form, the inside of those tins are actually got resin on them, which has come from a BPA, so it's not great. And plastic containers which you use to store food, or you buy ice cream or frozen food in, again, it might have BPA on there. Now, the reason I talk about BPA is that research has actually shown that containers which are made from BPA can have possible health effects on the brain, the behavior and prostate gland of fetuses, infants, and children, all right? So quite a big deal. Additional information has suggested there is a link between BPA and increased blood pressure. Again, we don't want increased blood pressure. It's not good for you. We don't want anything part of that, okay? So the one thing I kind of wanted to say to everyone was, not only do Arbonne sort of like give us really great skincare products, really great nutritional products, is even the products which they say, look, you should drink out of this, is great for you. There's no harmful chemicals in it. It's good quality stuff. And last but not least, there's no slide, so apologies for this. In the 30 Days to Healthy Living, you do actually get like a mini instructional book, really good bits of information, little bits of a few tips on there on how to make really delicious smoothies, a few motivational things in case your motivation starts waning and you're like, oh, I give up. Just read through it. Great information about all the products, and it's a really good package. And that's it.
That was fantastic.
Okay.
It was absolutely brilliant. I'll share a little bit about me doing the 30 days, and then I know Suzanne's on. She can share what she thinks as well. But I've been taking the 30 Days to Healthy Living set for over 2 years now, just taking what's in it. And I feel like I've just learned so much about your core, everything you guys have both just said, that I want to go in the kitchen now and make a smoothie with everything in it.
That's good to hear.
It was so interesting. I didn't know about the figure, about the fibre boost, that most of the UK are 12 grams down, and that one scoop of ours is 12 grams. So basically is what we're missing. Like, that was really interesting. The Digestion Plus, I knew it was pre-probiotics and enzymes, and that it helps us be regular. And by the way, I'll talk to you about that at the end of the call about what you meant. I didn't know about what they actually each do. I thought it was amazing. I didn't know about amino acids. I thought that was great. To be honest, I thought it was all amazing. I absolutely got so much from that call. It was unbelievable. Ian's here as well. Ian does the 30 days. Do you want to share what you think of the 30 days?
Well, I like it. I enjoy it, but I must admit, I was quite interested to listen to the call. To be honest, I don't hear many guys on the call, so my ears pricked up as soon as you came on.
Well, that's good to hear.
Do you want to share what you think to the 30 days?
Same as everyone else. I love it.
No pressure.
There's nothing better to say about it, is there? It's great.
Before you started Arbonne, you didn't like the taste of protein powders, did you?
No, I am gluten intolerant and sugar and dairy, so I was taking another protein powder from another network marketing company that was recommended to me, and it was vile.
Did it begin with H?
Sorry?
Did it begin with H?
I don't think it did. Was it Rainham?
Oh, I don't know. I've not heard of those guys.
Or something Sunshine. It was from there, but it was awful. It was disgusting. But it did the job and it was healthy. So I took it. So when this came on, I couldn't believe how it tasted on it. So I was sold straight away.
No, you know what? I forgot to mention during the call. A good friend of mine. He's been kind of complaining for a little while now. He's actually a little bit overweight, and he was quite unhappy. Now he's not mega into his exercise and that, and he was like, "Look, Russ, I need to change something up." Now he's just finished his 4 weeks, and he's not done an inch of exercise, and he lost over a stone, precisely 1 stone and 2 pounds. So that's just from educating him to be like, "Look, this really works. If you change your dietary requirements and you change the way you look at food and how you prepare your food." How you eat your food, it really can make a massive difference. Now, if you imagine if he did 20 minutes of exercise 3 times a week, his results would have been absolutely outstanding. So it speaks for itself, and that's what the 30 days is there for. To incorporate new habits into people's lives. It's not a 9-day detox where you don't eat and then you look amazing and you just gorge on the 10th day full of pizza and cake. It's about educating people, and again. 60% of the population is overweight or obese. That's a scary figure. All right, so it's, in my opinion, you teach someone new habits. It takes 3 weeks for a new habit to form. Spot on.
Yeah, great.
Love it. Suzanne, did you want to share your experience of the 30 days?
Hi, I've got to say, brilliant call. Thank you very much to you both for training us on the 30 days. It's fantastic. I've used the 30 days now for nearly 2 years. I think I did the detox last January, the full detox. I have waned a bit, but I do use the shake snack every day. I have one for breakfast and then I take one to work with me as well. I do add everything into my shakes, from fruit to the Fibre boost. I put in the Digestion Plus. I've even put in the Fizz Stick. I put in my omega-3 cap, because Ian will know I cannot swallow tablets, so I even put my omega-3 capsules in and blend it all in together.
If it works, it works.
So I do that. When first of all I started on the protein, and it was really weird because I used to say my muscles felt leaner. It was really weird. It's hard to describe that. You could feel your muscles, and they just felt different. I've tried the meal replacement as well, but I do prefer the protein. But this time I accidentally ordered the meal replacement instead of the protein. I don't know what I was doing. So
too many Fizz Sticks probably, eh?
So I'm going to make sure I order the protein next time. I started off by just liking the chocolate ones, but now actually I prefer the vanilla, but then I always add fruit to mine whenever I take it. Like in the morning, it's always a banana. Dinner, it tends to be mixed berries, strawberries, something like that, and then I take it to work. But no, I absolutely love it. The Fizz Sticks I like. They've helped me with, if I have the odd headache, I have one and it goes. I've tried it like you say before running, and it does keep me more focused. So yeah, I just love the whole lot really. Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Good to hear.
Kelly Brown's on as well, and she's just started her 30 days, like, I think a week ago. Kelly, did you want to share how you're getting on so far?
I've got to be quiet. Hang on. Hang on. I've only just managed to get Lana to sleep.
Might hear her.
No, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just getting Lana to sleep. No, I love it. I felt really awful for the first 2 days. But I think that was caffeine because I did live on coffee. But now, no, I feel really good. I feel much more energy than I did before. I think probably I had a problem with dairy. So I think that's come to light. So no, I've really enjoyed it. It was really hard the first couple of days, but now I feel like I've gone over the edge of, I've gone over the hard bit, and I'm actually might start exercising tomorrow.
Whoa, you're about a week in, aren't you, Kelly?
When did I have my launch? It was Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought you started on Monday.
Yeah, I remember saying to you on my launch that I was on day 3 because I had one day it was a bit dodgy. So I think it was Tuesday. It started Tuesday definitely properly. But for the first 2 days, I had to have 2 shakes and 2 meals because I just couldn't cope. I was so hungry. But then after the 2 days, I went down to 2 shakes and 1 meal. So hungry, but I'm much better. So yeah, all in all, really good.
Brilliant. Good work, Kelly. And Julie.
I've only done the chocolate. I haven't done the vanilla yet.
Oh, I like them both. Both nice.
Can I just say something? The girl at work sits next to me. Her brother is quite into sport and takes protein shakes and stuff. I don't know what sort he takes, but she'd had a tub of his protein shake in the boot of her car for about a month, I think it was. And she went into it this particular day and it exploded everywhere and left all this gunk inside the boot of her car. She said it was disgusting. It smelled horrible and it just exploded and left all. So I don't know what's in his protein shakes, but I need to speak to them for sure.
Julie, did you want to add anything? Have you had any personal or client experiences of anything that Russ and Cal were talking about?
No, to be honest, I found everything they said really interesting. That's kind of where I fall down about the nutrition side of it. I know very little about the nutrition. So that was really, really interesting. I mean, obviously, it goes without saying I use the Fizz Sticks. But I will say that my son's, 17, and he's really into going to the gym and stuff. Now, he doesn't use Arbonne, I have to say. I'm trying to kind of steer in that way. I know. But he gets a really spotty back. Now, is that, Russ will probably know, is that too much protein? Does that come from protein shakes?
It might. Well, you said he's 17, so you know what? Without going into sort of like the birds and the bees, you know, his body's going through like a few changes. The fact he's working out, he's probably sweating a bit, so he's going to get a few steps back. But that's not to say that the way. Obviously, he might have even if it's not like lactose intolerant, he might have a sensitivity to it. So that might not be helping the situation. I think the one thing to say to him, right, is particularly when I ran the gym, I take a keen eye on what supplement companies are moving in the right direction and what companies are just kind of standing still. Excuse me. And the fact that Arbonne are using pea, rice, and cranberry is huge. The rest of the sort of like the athletic world and the supplement sort of industry is moving that way. So the fact Arbonne's been doing it for so long, and the reason for that, before vegan proteins with soy, but it's now coming out that soy is like, a lot of people are getting allergens to soy, so they have to leave that alone. Yeah, there you go. So it's literally a case of pea protein is going to be the next big thing in the protein industry.
Really?
So the fact Arbonne are there already. So you want to be saying, look, if you want to be ahead of the game and you want good quality protein, get this stuff down, you dude. It'll do the world good.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment he uses My Protein.
You know what? My Protein, it's a good discounted brand. It's not a bad brand. But again, if he's still using the whey and he wants good quality protein, I'd be like, get on the Arbonne train, dude.
I will do that. I will persuade him. I'll persuade him.
Get him to watch this call, Julie.
Yeah, I will. To be honest, I keep saying to him that you ought to, because there's more there's more protein or dissolvable protein or something in the.
It's got a high absorbability rate, hasn't
That's it. That's the word. Yeah.
In your experience, Russ, would you say we are quite high in absorbability?
Yeah. You know what? The protein, the almond protein is fantastic. What you might find a lot of people say is when they talk about whey protein, there's 3 different types of protein, right? You've got whey, which is a fast delivery system. You've got the pea protein and cranberry and rice, which is a medium delivery system. So it's not fast, but it's not slow. And then you've got casein, which is really bad. So if anyone ever talks to you about that, just be like, look, dude, that's like, that really is linked to cancer and that. All right, stay well clear of that. And that's a slow delivery. So really, again, pea protein is perfect because it's going to supply your muscles long after. If you've just done a workout, it's going to supply your muscles for long after you've done that workout, full of protein. It's all going to get absorbed, and it is good quality stuff. So there's nothing bad. There's no cons to it. Just get it down, you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Great.
No problem.
Anyone want to add anything else about anything to do with the 30 days? Cal, what have you tried so far, apart from the Fizz Sticks?
I've tried the protein actually.
What do you think to it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big protein drinker, but I've had it in like my smoothies. I have smoothies all the time, and I really like the chocolate one actually.
Yeah. She liked it that much. She finished mine, so that was good.
It is nice, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, and I like the Fizz Sticks as well. I do feel the sort of energy boost and stuff. They are really good. I do like those, and they go down well at the parties that I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
When I give them to people at the beginning, everybody seems to like them, so it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed a difference with the omega-3 capsules as well. When I don't take the omega-3 capsules and I forget to take them, I do have some breakouts in my skin. And when I go back onto taking the omega-3 capsules, I notice a big reflection in my skin from the omega-3.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so now I try to never miss them. And I also add the Calcium Plus to my smoothies as well. So everything Russ and Cal said, and I have the Calcium Plus.
Right.
You know what? And like a great thing to add to your smoothies, guys, is like I like to add kale and spinach into mine. But I think we've got the greens. You know, the I can't remember the
green balance. Do you like it?
Danny's
I've not
favourite.
tried it, but you know what? If you're struggling to get your leafy greens and you know enough veg into your diet, get that in there. It's only going to help your fibre. It's only going to help everything. So it's going to help.
Have you tried it?
No, I've not tried it. I will try it. I'm gobbing off about how awesome it is. I've not tried it. I will.
Ian likes it. You like it, don't you?
Yeah, it's like a liquid rabbit food.
Okay, well I'm vegan, so it's perfect. So how awesome is that?
But it's one of them. If you take it out, if you mix it with vanilla, it turns like a bright green. And if it's something, if you're taking it out, it will grab people's attention straight away, and they'll ask what you've got in there.
Oh, so there you go. Happy
So
days.
it's not it. Yeah, you just see it. It's just crazy, but I like it. It's all right. It's not that bad. I've had worse things. So if it's doing good, you drink it, don't you?
You do.
Has anyone else tried the green balance?
I've tried it in my shakes. It does turn it a lovely shade of green. Chocolate and it turns it a bit of a muddy shade, but it does have a bit of an acquired taste. But I've had spinach in my chocolate before, and you just can't taste the spinach at all. Can't taste
Put it on
it.
your food as well when you're cooking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The only other thing was when these two were in Vegas and I had the girls, I made a korma curry for them, and yeah, you can put it in your cooking, can't you? And I just didn't think that I tipped a scoopful in my korma curry, and my korma curry looked a lovely shade of green, and they just looked at it and wouldn't even eat it. So whatever you do, just watch what you put it in, unless you want it green.
Great.
Have we heard, do you know, when we're getting that extra protein boost at all?
I thought it was coming out at AAC.
Yeah, I thought it would do, but it hasn't, has it?
So basically, Russ and Cal, I don't know if you guys even know this. When we went to Vegas, they launched something new, which is in America. But when they launch anything new-wise, they have to go through really strict regulations to sell it in all the other countries. So we're waiting for this thing that's in America, and it's called Protein Boost. And it's basically, Suzanne, correct me if I'm wrong, pure protein that's flavourless, tasteless, sugarless.
Hang on.
It's like, I don't know what. It's supposed to be really good, isn't it?
There you go.
Have you seen that?
Smuggled in, like it.
Is it 10 grams, 10 extra grams? It's for people that don't want any sugar, anything added to it. They just want pure protein.
It says on the back, necessary for tissue building and repair, helps support feelings of, I can't even say that, when used in conjunction with Arbonne Essentials protein shakes. Sounds like satiety, S-A-T-I-E-T-Y. Contributes to the growth and maintenance of muscle mass, provides 10 grams of vegan protein per serving, excellent source of protein, increases the protein content of your favourite foods and beverages. So yeah, you add you'd add 1 scoop to your favourite food, beverage, or Arbonne Essentials shakes.
Have you tried it, Suzanne?
How many months have I had it?
Since Vegas. You've not tried it?
That'll be a no.
Well, try it and let us know what it's like.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Rip it off.
Did you get any?
No, because I got them. You bought yours in Vegas, didn't you? And flew it back. I had mine delivered to the house.
Yeah. Well, Ian
got it for you, didn't he?
Yeah, Ian kindly brought it back.
You went and picked it up, didn't you?
Yeah, Muggins here carried it.
Well, mine were delivered, and they won't deliver to the UK because we haven't had all the checks yet.
It just looks like the vanilla protein shake. That's all it looks like.
I can't believe you haven't used it.
Eh?
I can't believe you haven't used it.
Well, I know.
Russ, have you heard of anything else that's pure protein like that?
Do you know what? I haven't. I had heard of that, and it's a real nice way of bumping your protein intake up, but nothing like that. Nothing legal anyway, so there you go.
So if I added it to my protein shake, it wouldn't really.
Oh no! This is another thing, right? And I could go off on a random tangent about this, and I could bore you for hours about this, all right? But I'll try not to. If like any of you, females, and you've got clients who are like, I really want to go into a gym, but I don't want to get massive. I don't want to look like Arnie and get muscles. Look, women don't have testosterone, or you've got very little testosterone, so you're not going to get massive. Well, there you go, apart from Danny, clearly. So, you know what? Just tell them, go in the gym. It'll be so beneficial for them to actually do resistance training or weight training. Having an extra 10 grams of protein is not gonna change you. You know, it's good for you. We've already talked about the benefits of protein, what it does, but by no means is it going to turn you into the Hulk and you start lifting crazy weights and looking like Arnie. So yeah, don't worry about that.
See, my son wants to look like the Hulk.
Yeah, well, it's just he's gonna have to keep training hard.
There's no cheat way.
No.
There isn't, no.
No. I've got that everywhere now.
You can try it tomorrow morning now, can't you?
Yeah, I can add it to my whatever. Yeah, whatever I take.
If not, if you don't start using it, it's going to end up at this house.
I'll put a padlock on it.
I would just echo what Russ said when him and Cal were doing his training, that for some people, they take the 30 days, but it isn't for them a weight loss thing. And it certainly wasn't for me. When I started taking the 30 days about 2.5 years ago, it wasn't about weight loss at all. It was, first of all, it was to try the products that I was obviously working with the brand of Arbonne. And second of all, it was to feel good. And I 100,000,000% feel incredible when I take my shakes and my nutrition and my vitamins and minerals. When I don't take them, like when we've been on holiday in Cyprus, we tend to just take the powder, the shakes, and the Digestion Plus, and we miss out everything else. We don't take the Fibre boost, we don't take the omega-3. Well, sometimes we don't take enough Digestion Plus, and we both feel rubbish, don't we?
It's just funny hearing you twice, because I've had this. My mum knows I've had this diet for 20 years, and I've been trying to get.
Well, you've always been really healthy, but I haven't.
To listen, and it's full circle.
It does make a difference, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. It was. I think everyone would say they don't do it to. They just do it to incorporate it into a healthy lifestyle. You know, and if you're representing the brand, you have to take it, you have to try it, and then, I should think. 99% of people have said that they feel better. the skin's better.
You wake up in the morning
they look
not
better.
tired, which is a big thing. Most people wake up in the morning tired, and that's probably because of what Russ said, about 60% of the population are overweight, and that's probably why they're waking up tired. When you're on the 30 days, you wake up in the morning like you wake up like you've got energy, haven't you?
It was like 2 years ago. You know what I mean? We look at the pictures from us 2 years ago, pre-Arbon, it's like, bloody hell, we were rough, weren't we? And then 2 years on, I'm like, yeah, look a bit better now.
Looking all right.
Yeah, look all right. I've gone from an 8 to a 9, just through having a few shakes or whatever.
10.
So yeah.
My granddaughters think I'm younger than my son.
Say what?
They think I'm younger than you.
Who does?
My granddaughters.
Oh yeah, they do.
Not listen to a word they say.
But I don't know about anybody else, but when you've been away for the weekend or anywhere, the first thing I crave when I come back is a protein shake. I do have to say. And I took some on holiday to Mallorca this year, and the first few mornings you go down and you have your breakfast, don't you? And after day 3, it's like, really, do I have to have breakfast again? And then, yeah, gradually I take enough, and then I start my shakes and my Digestion Plus, because that's just what I want, just what I'm craving.
I miss the blender when we go.
Yeah, the NutriBullet. Yeah.
Mm.
Right. Well, that was a great call. Callum, Russ, was there anything you wanted to end on?
No, I'm good. You, Carl?
No, okay, thanks.
That was one of the best trainings I think that we have ever had, and I'd say the quality of trainings that we have on this weekly call is really, really high, and that was so interesting. We just delivered, like, you engaged my attention the entire time, which is quite tricky, isn't it? I do like get distracted easily. I was so engaged in all of it because the information was not only fascinating, but it was just good quality information delivered in a really easy to understand way. So I'm looking forward to when you guys train again on something else. We'll have to like give you a really hard topic next time, like the eyeshadows or something.
Yeah, Carl will run that one.
Yeah.
No, it was so good. Thank you, Russ and Cal, for that phenomenal training. I'll get it loaded up because I think a lot of people are going to want to see this. It was so brilliant. Did anyone else want to add anything before we end the call?
No, I just want to say thank you very much. And yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, thank you.
Julie from the bath.
I'm at the bath.
I know you are now, but you watched in the bath.
I watched it in the bath and then caught the end. I watched the whole thing.
She
Then
got
I
out to make a smoothie.
I wish. No, I wish. No, it was really, really good. I learned such a lot. It was really good. Really good. Thank
Great.
you.
Right, I'm going to end the call because it's going to be about time for the 9 o'clock one for the big team call. But thank you guys so much. I'll get it loaded and send it over to you. It was really, really, really great training. Thank you both.
No problem.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.